computer. All right, I think it's recording. Well, good evening, everyone. I mean, almost good night. Welcome to this week's Sovereign Life team call. It's October 25th. And I think last week we started a great practice with kind of just jumpstarting our calls, going around and mentioning one thing that each of us are grateful for. So I feel like it would be a great way to just continue that practice and that momentum and center our focus and energy around gratitude, because we know that the universal law is the more you give, the more you receive in any area of your life. So
Is Anna? Sorry, you're just really choppy. Is it for anyone
guys,
else?
my internet has been really weird all day. And now I'm kind of worried about me being the host and recording this call.
No, it will record regardless. You'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I get disconnected at any point, don't mind me. I might drop off the call, but that's okay. In any case,
okay.
It's bad.
All right. Yeah, but that's okay. We'll just keep pushing.
All right, you guys take it away.
All right, guys. So first and foremost, there's something that I want to bring and mention to everyone. So I don't know if you saw, but in our chat, my dad posted about an event that's happening. What day is it, guys? Beginning of November?
Yeah.
Remind me. Hold on, let me find it here. The power of making a decision. It's a 90-minute workshop going to be hosted by our friend Bernadette McBurney. She's an amazing motivational speaker and just a really wise person, a really amazing coach and guide. We have all, me, Sven, and Elena had a really great session with her when we first started our businesses, and she really made a lasting impression on us. And so my dad decided to hire her to do this event, not only for our team, but for anyone who wants to join. The event's on Saturday, November 6th, from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. online. Tickets are $10. And honestly, I would highly recommend being there just for your own personal development. You guys will probably take something really valuable away from it. I'm really excited for it because I feel like it's going to be like the shift that I need to really like power through these last few months of the year and make the most of it. And bring your friends. You know, it's a great opportunity to just share like a really great personal development workshop with your friends. It's not going to have anything to do with the weekend, but it is going to have to do with making your own decisions, which, you know, is really what it comes down to when you decide to do something like this, when you just decide to start your own business. You become a lot more accountable to yourself. I don't know, Savannah, if you want to share anything about your impression with Bernadette and why you think everyone should be at the event. But
well, she, number one, has a background in psychology, right?
I'm not sure.
I think it's psychology. She has a background in something. So I remember when we were first introduced to her, it had to do with some sort of personal coaching that she actually did herself. So she is a personal coach, and right now, like, joining this workshop, you're gaining access to someone who is experienced in personal coaching. And I think, number one, that's a selling point as it is, because these people are clearly doing it for a reason and they have something to offer, something to share with us. But for me, I think she was one of the best people we spoke to. One of my favorite, not best, but one of my favorite, I'd say, because everyone was great. But anyways, it was because I remember when we were talking to her, we were like crying half the time. And I think it was because she was really getting us into the deep roots of why we're doing this, what makes us tick, what makes us excited. And it's because she asks the right questions. She was asking the right questions. She was getting our brain moving in the way that we needed to. And she shared her story of network marketing and how she got into it. And I just remember it really stuck with me because she actually found herself to be somebody that didn't like speaking in front of people, didn't like socializing, didn't want to do all that stuff. But yet she saw that Nikan had the model like the network marketing model was exactly what could give her all the things that she wanted. And she said to us that she made a list of everything she wanted with her life and with her career. And she was not going to settle for any of them. There was one, like maybe if there was ones that were like not as important, but then there was the ones that were really important. And one of those was like the freedom lifestyle that we all talk about and crave. And when Nikan fell into her lap, she saw that it matched everything. So she was going to figure out a way to change how she was, what she thought that she liked or didn't like about socializing to make it fit her. And she was able to do that. And so I just think she's somebody that really can speak on the power of the mind and getting yourself to where you need to be in order to succeed in this. So
Right.
yeah.
But again, it's not gonna have anything to do with Nikan or
Yeah,
network marketing.
it's not.
Yeah. It's gonna be all about making decisions. She's a very powerful woman, a powerful speaker, and I know it'll be an hour and a half worth much more than $10. So we're very lucky that my dad is subsidizing the cost of the event so that it can be so cheap for everyone. But yeah, definitely bring your friends. It's going to be a really great way to just get your mind in the right place and move forward with confidence in anything that you decide to do. Now I'm really excited because we have to start talking about our event. So right now I'm assuming everyone who's on the call are the people that are 100% confirmed. Alyssa, you're on this call. I never got a confirmation from you about your participation in the event, and I would love to get that if you are like, yes, I'm in, I'm going to, be committed to this. If you aren't, also let me know that, because we're going to be having to count numbers today.
Sophia, before you get into the work or the event, there's a few faces that I haven't met yet, and I'd love to just hear from them and talk to them. And that's
for sure.
And Alyssa.
Hi.
Congratulations on joining. I'm really excited
Thanks.
to get to know you guys. But I really would just love to hear from you, like why you joined, and just a little bit about yourself.
Who wants to start? Who was the other new girl? I don't know.
Alyssa.
Alyssa? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to talk first?
You go first. I literally just got out of the shower.
Oh, okay, no problem. Hi, I'm Julia. Sam recruited me a couple weeks ago, actually. I was kind of skeptical about everything, and then I met Sophia and Michael, and they're so amazing, and they taught me so much about the product, and I actually really enjoyed learning about it, and I really do believe in the product. So that's why I joined. I also joined because I love the idea of having my own freedom and being able to travel. That's like my number one thing. I'm always traveling, so it would be easier to like have a job and travel at the same time, not being able to take time off, kind of doing it while I'm on the go. I'm currently in a hotel. I think I told some of you guys I am a hockey trainer. I train professional hockey players, power skating. I'm also in school to be a teacher, and I work like 2 other jobs. So I'm like all over the place. That's like a little bit about me. I also told Sophia that if you guys needed somewhere to hold your event, my dad owns a banquet hall, so you guys are more than welcome to use the hall whenever you want, kind of thing, more like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because usually like there's weddings now because of COVID, there's weddings like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So just let me know. My hockey schedule is all over the place. I'm also with 2 other teams as well as training kids. So like when I was able to come on today, I was just finished at the rink and I like ran here to like come on the call, and I'm hoping I can be able to do that, but I do have games on Mondays sometimes, so it might conflict, but I'll just watch the recording worst case if you guys record them. So yeah, that's me.
Wow, that's so I'm so impressed. It's so lovely to meet you, and I'm excited.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah,
and everybody.
That's really cool, and thank you for
Thanks.
that offer. That will be amazing.
Yeah, Julia, as you can tell, she says she likes to stay busy.
Yeah, I'm like, you do love
I
it.
have a million things going on.
But you know what? I can really tell like you're passionate about what you're doing, and so you're very specific with what you choose your time.
Yes.
Julia, when's your birthday?
December 24. I'm a Christmas baby.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
but I
so
am like on the
sweet.
cusp of like Capricorn and Sagittarius.
say,
I think I'm more of a Sag
Okay.
because I love adventure. Are you a Sag?
Myself?
Yeah.
No, I'm a Virgo, but I was getting like serious Capricorn energy from you.
Let's get into the astrology, guys.
Yeah, I'm
No,
definitely
everyone
like
send your birth
I'm a
chart.
Capricorn Sagittarius. I kind of have like traits of a Capricorn, but I'm adventurous like a Sagittarius. So it's like, but yeah, I'm a Christmas baby. So
Very
December
cool.
24th.
I'm just
1995.
wondering, while we're on that topic, do you guys at all like I just like a little raise of hands or whatever, if you find that type of thing interesting, just not even just astrology, but getting to know the way people like their ENFP or what's it called? Your
Personality type?
yeah, there's a few different tests on personality types, but I don't know. I've just been learning about them a lot. And I feel like it's almost an interesting aspect to kind of bring into calls and teams because it helps us know like people's strengths or what they enjoy doing and how we can leverage that. I'm just wondering, do you
Yeah.
guys, that's something you guys are interested in ever? And if so, I can like think of a way to kind of incorporate that with our team.
I love that stuff. It's like I love that stuff.
I know, I like it too.
So into it.
Got a
Yeah.
yes, the thumbs up. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Continue. So
Oh, continue. Okay.
Alyssa,
All
sorry.
right.
Alyssa.
Yeah, Alyssa. I mean, we'd love to hear from you, Alyssa.
Hey, sorry, I would like turn on my camera, but I'm not gonna lie, like I'm in a towel and my hair's soaked. So hey, I'm Alyssa. I'll tell you a little bit about me. Okay, like I'm 19. I live in Toronto, and what I do, like I'm not as exciting as Julia as of right now, but I've been in network marketing for a little bit with IM Academy, so like investing, everything like that. So that's what I've been doing, but lately I've kind of just been to myself, like filling up my cup again so that I'm able to start building teams and really pouring into other people. So I'm just doing a lot of personal development as of right now. And just like everybody else, like I love to travel. So I love the time freedom and the financial freedom and everything like that. And yeah, I joined this because the multiple streams of income and all the products really did intrigue me. I joined with Kat, if you guys know her, with Sophia as well. I met Sophia and your dad a couple weeks ago, I think, and tried the products and everything. And I do love it. I still have yet to order the package, but yeah, that's really the time and financial freedom and then the benefits of the products for sure.
Cool.
So yeah.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Alyssa. It's good. It's good for us to all be acquainted, and I'm excited for us to like actually all be in the same room together because it's just not the same when you're doing things on a Zoom call. So yeah, so there's definitely a few things for us to talk about today. I think most important is to get our venue figured out. And when I heard about the offer from Julia, I was like, that would be awesome. Her parents own the Venetian, which is a really nice banquet hall in Woodbridge. It would be great to host our event there, but we would just need it to be okay for us to host it on a Wednesday. So that's something that I wanted to bring up to you guys because I know we were originally thinking we host it on a Saturday. But if you think we could host it on on a Wednesday night, then I think that using that venue would be like amazing. So let me know what you're thinking.
I think with like enough notice, most people should be able to make it.
Which day are you thinking so?
Probably the last week of November. That would probably be most ideal if we were to do it on the 24th of November.
The only thing I won't be able to do that.
Why?
I have that entire week. I've got exams and assignments like every single day. So I know
Yeah, it's the last week of school. That is right. I didn't even think of that.
I'll be way too.
How about December 1st? Is that too late?
First, that works. So
That's a Monday.
That's a Wednesday. It's the Wednesday after.
Oh, sorry.
I can't.
I don't
because I have an exam on December 1st.
I was gonna say I just don't have my exam schedule yet. but
I know.
I should have most stuff done by then. It should just be exams by then. I just don't have the schedule, but
Yeah, I don't
Is
have
the
my
week
exam
of-
schedule yet
Yeah.
either.
Is the
That
week
is when everyone's gonna have exams, everyone who's still in school.
now I don't know if maybe this is something like, do you think it's something that we can do before, like the week before Christmas?
People are really busy during Christmas.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I
suggest
don't
it.
think it's a great idea to do it during that time.
No, especially a banquet hall too. I mean, I don't know if people are having
I
that.
just want to make sure we have enough time for this and it's really articulated well and not too rushed either.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like giving ourselves more time to actually plan it out well might be beneficial in the long run.
Yeah, I don't want to give us too much
Too much time, yeah. Because honestly, really, if we have things like, I think a month should be enough because it requires us to be a little bit more efficient with our time, which is, I think, what's needed. Right now, we've only scheduled one time to meet, right? And to create content. If we get more specific in terms of what our actual goals and our objectives are over the next 3 weeks, we can definitely get it done. I personally wouldn't suggest pushing it into December because of Christmas. People are incredibly busy around that time of year. So right now our window is looking like the last week of November to maybe the first week of December. But that means then I can
Yeah,
actually.
that's the only issue is because that's when exams are. So I'm gonna have like, and then I think a few other people have exams as
Yeah.
well. So
How
then-
about November 30th? It's like the week
On a
after, but
Tuesday?
it's like the Tuesday
Okay.
before December 1st. It's like the last day of November. But
Mm.
I know it's exam period even for me, but like just kind of putting that out there too. I don't know.
I think that could work actually. That'll just be my last week of classes, I think.
Yeah,
And I
because
don't have any assignments due that week.
I work till really late on Tuesdays. So, and it's really hard to get time off at the lab right now. So,
Okay. What about
Yeah.
December 1st?
sorry,
December 1st on the
December
Wednesday.
1st is fine. Yeah, it's just like during the week, Tuesday is the only day I'm at the lab, and then I'm there weekends, but every other day in the week works fine for me.
Okay.
Do you think maybe the 1st is something we can look into?
I can ask if everybody's okay with the 1st. I asked for the last week of November. It was pretty empty, but I'll ask for the 1st and then I'll let you guys know. I'll write it in the group chat.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll write that down to remember.
I am not in school, but I have a real estate exam December 1st that I already booked. So
What time is it at?
it's in the evening because I
the
work
evening,
during the day.
okay.
So
Okay.
because I
So
didn't
we're not gonna do that.
I
Okay.
didn't anticipate it being during the week, but I think it is so like good that Julia has this banquet hall, so we should definitely make.
Let me see when my schedule comes out.
I think the exam schedule should be coming out the next couple of weeks. We just had reading
Elena,
week, right?
Yeah, Elena, do you think November 8th is too late?
December 8th?
December 8th, yeah. Because,
I don't-
I mean, at least people will be done school by that time.
I won't be.
That'll be exam period. You just have to wait for our exam schedules to come out.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's the thing is if our
No, but
exam
don't they usually end on like the 14th-ish? So you'd probably be like almost done by then, or no?
they usually end around the 14th, yeah. But I don't know when our exams are going to be. It ranges from the 4th to the 14th.
I know you guys didn't want to like push it too late, but if we make it like even the first week of January, we can really play on that like new year, new me, like new health practices, like everybody's on that bender.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I kind of like, I haven't discussed it with you guys, but I kind of woke up feeling like I wanted to contemplate doing it in the new year. But what do you guys think as a collective, like the group?
Good with anything.
Because I just feel like that gives us time to build momentum to, and that doesn't mean we don't do anything. We still keep having these meetings, but we make it so that we use our time really well. And this event is something that's really, really impactful and spreads the word. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just know that that's just what I was thinking, at least. That's what came to my mind.
I think we need to be having monthly events. So I don't think it's like we focus so much on making like one big, like crazy revolutionary event.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
we're not there yet. I
But
think
this-
if we are able to stage like smaller events happening more frequently, that's what's going to build confidence, and that's what's going to start to organically build our team. And I don't think it takes like 2.5 months to plan that. I think it takes like 3 or 4 weeks.
Do you
And
not
the
think
reason I know, yeah.
event, though?
Hmm?
Pardon?
Do you not think maybe the first event is something to, like, it could be a big one? Like,
Can I interject for
I
a minute?
yeah, definitely.
Hi, I think that you guys are thinking to, sorry, I don't have my camera on because I'm old and I have my pajamas on. So I think that this first event, instead of going so large, maybe start on a smaller scale and then learn from it. And then you can make it bigger and do what Alicia's saying or what Savannah's thinking. Everybody's thinking the same thing. And then you do like a big New Year's resolution, the new you, the better you, that whole kind of thing, and blow it up, you know, end of January, then do one monthly, January, February, March. But this could be like a little introductory thing and getting feedback and kind of just, I know it's Christmas time though, so you might, November 24th, you said Savannah's exam week.
no, exams start, I think.
So what's wrong with November 24th? It's a Wednesday.
I do have exams that week and a whole bunch of assignments due.
Well, I agree with what Janine's saying. So what I'm thinking
About it, so I know I'm gonna be really, really busy.
Can you guys hear me?
Honestly, like Sav, is there a way that you could just make time for the event?
On the
Like-
21st, no,
Guys.
like, I'm not kidding. I have 5 different assignments due within 3 days.
Guys,
Yes,
can you hear me?
yes.
Okay. So what I was gonna say is we can still reserve, like I would say we reserve the venue for a bigger event in the new year, because originally what we were thinking is we could even do something as simple as rent an Airbnb space and have the event on the weekend in an Airbnb space. That's still a viable option. That just means we need to
Mhm.
look into that. So we can have a smaller event on
Yeah.
November 27th, like we planned, and find a space to our liking, learn from that, and then apply it for a bigger event in the new year that will then host in an actual venue space. Because there's going to be a lot more I's to dot and T's to cross when we're going to use a space like that.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
I think that's fair.
I also think that if we do that route, I've been looking into not warehouses, but kind of warehouses. Like they're probably the similar price to what an Airbnb would be, maybe cheaper. But it would depend, like we would need to figure out first.
Froze.
oh, got scared. I thought I lost connection.
I even still like Elena and Sophia,
Wait,
if you
wait.
want to come
Oh,
with
that's
me
great.
to see my party room and see if it's big enough. Elena, I think you've been there, but I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember it.
that's
Because there's
what I
lots of tables, so they take up a lot of space, but if we move them out of the way, it might be a decent space.
Can you find out this week if they would even open up that space for us? Because here's the
It's
other thing.
open. We're available to like rent it out. I just don't know if there's like a capacity limit or how much it costs.
So this is how you can gauge, because ultimately we said the expectation would be that each member would be bringing 12 to 15 people. That's 130 people.
Yeah, okay, it's not big enough for that many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, condo room, definitely not. I don't think.
I mean, there is also the fact that
But this is what I say. So Janine said we can lower that number for this first event. This is why I don't want to do that, because we'll get 15 tickets sold and only 7 people will show up.
Yeah.
Or 5, you know. So I think that we don't have to have maybe an event space that holds 15 people for each of us, because we know the numbers. We know the rules are that even though you might get 15 people to come, they won't all show up.
and
Hopefully they do. I mean, that's the ideal, but I highly doubt. You know, how people always cancel last minute. So knowing that, I say we still set our goal to be 15 because we know that the more we invite, the more will show up, and it is a numbers game. So yeah.
Guys, were we opposed to, like, if we couldn't do Tuesday the 30th, what about Monday the 29th?
I would rather just do it on the Saturday, I feel like, at that point.
I know, but then it just saves the venue issue. And
Yeah.
it's literally 2 days difference.
Yeah. Just on, yeah. I mean, it's on a Monday. So it would depend on what we want to do. Julia, why don't you find out about the 29th for us? And we'll see if that's
Yeah, I
even
can
an
find out
option.
about the 29th. For me, weekends are like much harder for me to come to, but during the week is more flexible for me. Some weeks are different than others, but yeah, I'll find out about the 29th and then I'll let you know. I'm sure the 29th will be fine. Like, I don't know. I don't think there'll be anything on the 29th, but I'll find out for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then I think beyond that, like we can each do our due diligence in terms of looking for alternative venue spaces. If we were to do it on the 27th. So Airbnb, if anybody knows anybody who has a bigger space, anything like that.
I was going to say this last call. I don't know if you guys can hear me right now.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, but I also work at the Underground Dance Center downtown. I don't know what the COVID restrictions are, but I don't know if you guys are open or willing to do like a dance studio space, you know, like, because I know we could fit a lot more people in like a space like that, but I know that they already have restrictions on how many dancers are dancing in the studios right now, but
Okay.
I don't know if they're doing something like that, but I could ask for
Yeah,
sure.
could you find out for us what their
Yeah.
capacity is and if they'd be willing to rent out to us? Because if they have a capacity that's like relatively reasonable, we could also maybe just adjust our numbers a little bit. I wouldn't mind doing it in a studio space. I think if we can just have all the information and options in front of us so that next Monday we can then make a decision on venue, that would be the best mode of action.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll message them this week and then I'll get back to you guys by like Monday.
Perfect. So I would say for all of us then over the next week, our intention is to kind of look into different options for spaces. Those of you who know and have current spaces that may be an option, speak to whoever you need to speak to get all the information and the go ahead as well as capacity. And that way on Monday, we can come to a conclusion on what day and where we're going to have it. So that's good for venue. Let that marinate a little bit. Something else we were talking about is setting some goals, some SMART objectives and goals for the actual event. So SMART meaning, I actually have my acronym here, hold on. Hold it down. SMART meaning specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and timely. So I know one of them we started with already is each team member is responsible for bringing 12 to 15 guests. Did we mention, where'd so go? We're charging, are we going to charge an admission? Like
Yeah,
a
that was the
$10
plan.
admission?
That was the idea, yeah. Just to get a more firm confirmation from people.
Yeah, definitely. And then that obviously would just contribute to whatever expenses we then spend for the actual event. Okay.
For that, are we gonna do something like Eventbrite where you get like tickets online and they get like an emailed code or something?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So that's something that we're gonna look into this week as well. What are some other objectives that we're thinking of? Like I was even thinking along the lines of like outcome-based objectives, because this is the other thing that we were kind of discussing is the fact that like, especially within your business individually, and I would get into the practice of making this like a regular kind of standard for gauging how your business is growing. Setting SMART goals, like specifically like, let's say, monetary objectives or numbers, and then estimating where you kind of land with respect to a month or an event in terms of those standards that you set originally. So for us, we're even thinking like, is there a way in which we can define, let's say, a number or an outcome that we can then gauge as to how successful the event itself was, right? So to kind of see where you either fall short or you exceed your expectations.
We do like, can you guys hear me or am I lagging still?
Yeah, we can hear
Oh,
you.
I can hear you.
I just turned my camera off because I think it's making it worse. But
Yeah.
we said something like holding a call that either the next day or like 48 hours after, so we can kind of set a goal of how many people from the event we kind of want to see on that follow-up call.
Okay.
I think do you think at the event maybe when they come in they have a little like sign in and they just give us their name and their email?
Mm-hmm.
Just like it's just
For what?
Well, they would.
so we can follow up with them. But also it's kind of just it reinforces that sort of like them being there for something rather than just showing up their own, you know.
I'm
I feel like
confused.
What are you confused about?
Why are they coming in and signing their name and their email?
So that we can contact them after the event.
Okay, but won't they most likely have already, like, you'll be in contact with them, whoever invites them?
Yeah, I think I think it brings a sort of like responsibility aspect to it. Like they're now part of something. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the ticket takes care of that.
really?
But not everybody with a ticket will come.
Right. I mean, yeah, we could just get names at the front realistically for selling tickets. It's like,
I think it's fun. You can even just give them like a name tag or something so they can speak to people, socialize. I think just something like that.
We should get those stickers. It's like, hi, my name is.
Yeah,
And then,
like
right
I don't
next-
know. I feel like something about that is like brings the social aspect.
Mhm.
okay. So we can definitely do that. I think going back to our point about what Sam said about having a certain number of people on the follow-up call, if we're following the rule of thirds, then inviting 15 people, 5 people are essentially going to show up. Of those 15, 5 are going to show up to the event. Maybe 2.
Are we inviting 15 people or selling 15 people?
Like the goal is to have 5 people at the event. So even if you have 5 people who purchase a ticket, let's say
5, not.
or sorry, 15.
No.
Yeah, so you want to invite more than 15.
Yeah, you want
Right.
15 secured that are coming.
Yeah.
Then maybe like 7 of them will show up. Of those 7, 2 to 3 will join the follow-up call. That's per team member.
I think as we advertise this and say it to people, we should put a cap on the amount of tickets so that people know like there's this amount left, like tickets are running, because that builds incentive to get their ticket rather than wait, and that they know like there's a limit on that. I also don't know if you guys think we should do an early bird price.
No, I don't think so. When the tickets are only $10, we don't need to do an
Think?
early bird price.
Yeah, I think we're gonna overcomplicate it. This one just
Yeah, and then there's like,
impossible.
then there's like two things,
Yeah.
two, like there's less than a month for us to advertise this. We're not gonna do like an early bird price.
Yeah.
No. I like those numbers. I like the idea of having 15 tickets sold per team member. I think that's really the golden rule there. You can invite as many and that means you have to talk to people. And the more people that you like bring into the process throughout the month of November, the more people that you're going to be able to offer that to. Like the idea isn't to just have people come here who know nothing about weekends. People should have like a general understanding. People should maybe have had the why conversation first because that's what's going to make this event meaningful. That's what's going to bring partners out of this event. And that can be done in so many different ways. You guys have to just get more creative and start believing in yourself. Like you wouldn't believe from that post that I put out a few days ago, currency is the new or community is the new currency. And the polls that I did on my stories from that, I had like 15 to 20 new leads of people interested, people coming to me saying they want to know more. So you got to be willing to put yourself out there, to talk to people, to share why you're so passionate about this, because they're going to want to learn about it when you do that. It can be scary when you don't believe that you can do it, but when you start believing it's possible, when you start believing in yourself and your ability to share this with somebody else, that's when, you know, they're going to start to see the potential in it too. So this month, like, should be a really huge month for us to challenge ourselves, for us to put ourselves out there, and for us to really make this event something that's going to make a difference in our business. Not just something that people come and have a great time, which we want that, of course, but at the end of it, like, we're looking for partners. You know, we're looking for people to join this movement, to join this team. So yeah, so I like the idea of everyone selling 15 tickets. And aiming to have 3 people on the follow-up call.
Yeah.
The follow-up call, I think we should do the day after the event, just waste no time, do it right then and there. I'll host that call. I'll have my dad come and speak at that call. And then we were thinking during the event, we'll do a mini presentation section where we'll have my dad and then Nissan and Elena come and do a presentation for everyone and share a bit about the Sovereign Life team. A little bit about Nikan, and a little bit about what it's going to take for them to get involved with us. And just an invitation to that next call.
Do you guys think it would, this is kind of a random thought, I don't know if it would work, but would it be incentivizing to do some sort of like raffle to win one of the products? I mean, I know that
giveaway.
Yeah, like a giveaway. I know that probably means that like that's another like investment for us, like the people that are organizing the event, to kind of like give something away, but that can also incentivize people who are like unsure or kind of just wanting to try it out first, but maybe they're skeptical to kind of actually try it out. And if they don't show up to that follow-up call, maybe after they've actually tried the product, they're going to be like, okay, I'm
well,
interested.
they're going to try the product at the event.
True.
You know, so
A raffle would still be good. Raffles are always good.
Raffles, this is the point. So many times I've done raffles, it's been to collect contact info. That's the whole point of doing a raffle. Is that you can collect people's contact info, and then you have leads to follow up with who you know are interested, people who are interested in your products. That's when you're focused more on like a sales side. And because we are already going to personally know all the people we're inviting, I'm not at some random event where I'm just trying to collect people's contact info. I don't know if it's worth the investment for this personally.
I also have a question that just completely escaped my mind. Oh, I got it. So we know we want to do a presentation because the main focus of this event is going to be about the business. The products are going to be an accent to that. I have 2 questions actually. Are we going to do, like, are we going to have stations of the products, or are we simply just going to have them in the, I mean, obviously we'll have stations, but do we want to delegate people to be at certain stations to talk about, let's say, like the sleep system, the water system, then we'll focus on the 3 packs. So the sleep pack, water pack, energy pack.
And I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. And then I also know we said we wanted to do like something collectively. So Soph and I were talking, we're not going to do like the whole thrift idea for this event. There's too many things going on. But in terms of like a collective experience, maybe something as simple as like a meditation, you know, something that's
like a yoga class.
Yeah. See, the thing is,
I feel like having that.
I don't know if we're going to do yoga for this one either, just because we need a space that's going to allow for that. So again, we're trying to think as like simple as possible with respect to this event. Maybe something along the lines of like, I'm looking at what I wrote down before.
Well, how do we want people to feel? Like, I think the first question is, how do you want your guests to feel? And when I think of this event, I want them to feel like they're at the spa. I want them to feel like they just had a wellness, like a full wellness experience. And so I think then we incorporate, okay, what can we do to make that their experience? So maybe don't rule out the yoga yet, because I still really like that idea, even if it's just a 20-minute class. We don't know what our venue is going to be yet, but I think it's still a good thing to keep in mind in case. And I just wanted to say, in terms of doing the giveaway, I know, Sophie, you don't feel like it's necessary, but I say like it's I think it was Sophia. Was it you that asked or Sam?
I think it was Sam.
Yeah. I think this is an event for each of us, and you know your audience best. And I think if Sam still wants to do a giveaway and she wants to purchase the product and give it away herself, I think, Sam, you should still be able to do that if you're really passionate about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't think of it that way, but that can for sure.
I think you can still, like, I think that would still be okay. And if anyone else wants to go in on that, then you can talk to people about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
So then what time frame are we looking at again in terms of just like event schedule?
I think 4 hours, because we don't know when people are going to come.
Yeah.
But I feel like we would need to consider, like, if we said the 30th potentially, right? Or is it still on the 27th?
Yeah, so it does become the 29th. It does
If it's
become
the 30th, it would
different,
be 2 hours.
difficult if that was the case.
Yeah, if it was the 30th, I would say like about 2.5 hours. If it's the Saturday, then we can do 4 hours.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of feel like it should be short. I kind of feel like it should just be 2.5 hours no matter what day it is.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like people don't know anything about us. I don't know if they're gonna want to commit 4 hours of their Saturday
Yeah.
to us.
I don't know, Soph, I kind of disagree with you.
I don't want it to be an event where people are coming in and out at their own time. I think it's like an event where you come, you participate in everything, and then you leave at the end.
Yeah,
right?
I was actually going to say the same thing. Originally, when we talked about a 4-hour span too, we were thinking about doing the thrift for the first 2 hours.
Right.
So we're not even doing that anymore. And I would really only see the need for such a large window if, like you just said, people are coming and cycling in different groups. Your dad did something like that, but that's a different event altogether if that's what we're looking to do.
So how about 2.5? Did you say 2.5 hours?
Yeah, because we want to
How
have
about if it's either 2.5 or 3 hours? I think you need at least 30 minutes to let people come in, because you know people are going to be late. So you need a 30-minute period of just, it's a socializing, grab your water, whatever, you know what I mean? And then that's when things start to.
Janine says, my opinion, 1 hour mingle, 30-minute hook, i.e. mantra meditation, 30-minute presentation. Yeah, I agree with that rough like outline in terms of like the 1 hour mingle. That's when people are coming in, looking at products, going to the different stations, getting to know one another, and then meditation. And then I would say like 30 to 40-minute presentation, just because there's a couple of different things that we're going to tackle in the presentation. But
I think
I like
30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes is like more than enough.
Yeah, I think I like that skeleton. So that's.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
You said 30 minutes for what?
Pardon?
For mingling?
No, 1 hour mingle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have different stations set up where people can go around and learn a little bit about products and learn about business. Like there's some really good things that we can take actually from our friends in Latin America. They have had some really successful events where they've had like a station for each product line, and then like one station for business where they have like fake weekend money, and they show people through this exercise, okay, like let's say you want to buy a waterfall, here, take this, you know, you give me this money, this is your money for the waterfall. Now you recommend it to 2 people. And then you hand them the money right there so they can see like how much they're gonna make based on like a sale. So it just makes it a lot more real. Having like a bunch of things set up so that people can like just walk around on their own time, like talk to each of us, mingle, and then we'll like have everyone come together and do like a meditation and presentation or something like that. Yeah.
I just had a thought. this might be too much. Am I lagging, guys? Sorry, because you
No,
guys.
No, we can hear you.
Okay. This might be too much. I don't know. Just like a thought I had, but like if we don't want it to be too, like we want it to be more about the business aspect, and I think that we said that we want people to focus on like how they're feeling coming out of it. And I remember last week I mentioned like I think of it as kind of like a retreat. Like you want people to come out feeling like they're like relaxed, etc. So like is there a way slash would it be too much to have like either not kiosks but like little stations where people can connect the way they feel to the product that's there, like for example the energy pack, like could we have some sort of like crystal healer, something to do with energy to kind of like accompany the energy pack, so like you have a feeling associated with like viewing and learning about the energy pack. Does that make sense? It's
Yeah.
kind of
Like
random, but like
using the products and showing how they can kind of be used.
I
yeah,
like you. I was just thinking specifically tourmaline, because tourmaline is in our products. Like tourmaline costs like $1 at the store, like little pieces. I can go pick some up too, just to like
yeah.
hand them out to people. Like this is what you're sleeping on. Like
I feel
I
like
think
there'd be
things,
more.
immersive things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, we could even do like, we could have my friend Mia, the Mia who just joined our team. I don't know why she's not on this meeting. I think she does want to participate in our event, but I was thinking maybe she could do like, we could have a station where someone will lie on a massage table on the sleep pad and then get like a little Thai massage.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So you kind of have like an experience associated with what we're talking about. I feel like
Right.
it'll leave more of a lasting impression, rather than just sometimes people listen to you talk or whatever and they can try the product, but it might be in one ear out the other. So if there's an experience associated, it might
Yeah,
be
100%.
Definitely.
It's the feeling that sells. That's why, like,
Yeah.
even when you go to an event and it's not even about the product or
Mhm.
the business, it's really just about how people feel. They're way more likely to invest and
Right.
to look more into it. Like it's scientifically, psychologically proven everywhere. Like that's how people do things. So I think the focus of this is really, really should be about the experience for people.
definitely.
I like that.
I was
And
even
that's
thinking
good.
it might be a little extra, but like just because I was envisioning the banquet hall before. I know for this one we're not doing that, but like
We might
even if we have just like a little
Possibly
like
we are.
sample station of like the nutritionals just to see like
Wow.
what they taste like, or like I know the powdered ones, I don't know the nutritionals that well, but like just so people can have like a little taste and like a little snippet of like what they
I
do.
can make smoothies.
Yeah.
Like I can make smoothies and just say, hey, what do you want to try some? Like I'm used to the nutritionals in here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like that?
Yeah.
I do like that. I would even think like, okay, smoothies are like something you have like in the morning, but if we're gonna do like an evening event, maybe you could make some sort of like dessert type thing with the
I
nutritional.
could.
Awesome.
I could do both. I could create something.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah,
would-
I could.
Because it would be nice to have like food there that is, related to what we're doing.
I was gonna say, like, do we want food there? Like,
Oh yeah, I think so for sure. Food gets
Yeah.
people happy.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it.
We'll
Food
see
is-
if you. Oh my gosh, we have to ask your mom if she'll bake a pie.
A pie? We'll need several pies.
You know what I mean, though. Like, Sweet Louise needs to contribute some of her goodies because
I'll
that's
have to
I'm sure
hire.
she would be happy to.
yeah.
I have to
So,
hire
yeah.
that though.
But I love the idea of, okay, so if we're centering it around those three main areas being sleep pack, water pack, and energy pack, I like the idea of thinking about some sort of experience or use of those packs on site for people to kind of like interact with.
I'm gonna bring my plants. Sorry, side note. I just thought for like the earth aspect, the air quality aspect, I'm gonna bring, I don't know if you guys have plants. I'm a plant fanatic, as you can see. I'm gonna bring my plants. And I think it'd be really great to have them in the space, set them up, make it feel very tropical.
Absolutely. Contribute like what you have to kind of make the space more
Yeah.
airy. have life. But at the same time too, this is just kind of going back to, again, what we're trying to center the focus around. Like, we're not necessarily going to have a section or station for air and for all, like, we're not trying to showcase all the products, right? We're trying to like narrow in.
Will we have we'll have the products there.
Well,
For
that's
sure, but we were thinking we focus on the packs. You sell the packs. So by the end of it, when somebody's like, okay, how do I join? You're like, okay, you start with your sign up and then get a pack.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're going to promote. You're going to promote the actions of what you want somebody to do.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So that's why I say we showcase the packs as packs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I don't know if we need to necessarily have all the products there set up so much as just those three main.
Yeah, and by the way, we have demos, like we have a demo waterfall, we have a demo like sleep system and energy stuff. So like we'll bring the products for people to use. Not everyone doesn't have to bring their waterfall.
I think you mentioned like having a massage setup, right?
Yeah, that would be for sleep.
That would be really good.
That would be sleep
and or energy. But I think sleep, because we'll have the back roller, we'll have like the sleep pad that somebody can lay on, and the pillow. We could have the pillow too. So yeah, I would say sleep. And then energy, what could we do for energy?
Are we sorry?
Back to the massage, guys. What are those massages that it's like I've seen them at airports and stuff in the Caribbean. You guys are younger than me, but you're kind of like half on a chair, leaning forward with your face in the thing, but you're not fully lying down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Those type of those type of massages. So you can do like 2-3 people at a time, which is, or even one, but it's not like feeling awkward. Oh, I have to lie down in front of all these people walking by. You know, you just close your eyes and you have your face forward in that thing.
Yeah, I mean, those people you can hire, they're definitely not cheap though.
Okay.
I've done like events in the past. And
so yeah, before you move on, so who are you thinking of doing the massages, right?
Yeah. Well, my friend Mia, she's a Thai massage therapist. So I don't think she massages people like sitting up like that. She does them like laying down.
I know, but that's like how many people are you gonna get in that time? Because they're like, my sister's a yoga masseuse too, and she's like steps on your back and pulls your arm, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you want everybody just to get a little more than a few people, anyways.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we could always just have some sort of chair like that where somebody can sit. They could sit on the Kenko seat, and we could give them like a back roll.
That's what I was
like a back roll for like five minutes.
Okay, this is the teacher talking in me, and it's only a suggestion, obviously. If you did next meeting and did I don't know if Zoom does it, but Google Meet does it, but even if you somehow did like little focus rooms and came back with, you know, you do the sleep, you do the whatever, and then come back and present, like only 15 minutes, go into a little focus room, 333, whatever, come back, what are your ideas, yes, no, whatever, because by next week, I think you guys are all on the same page, decisions need to be made, and then we're moving forward with planning, right?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think
it's good to have your ideas out today, and then by next week, just be like, hey, yeah, you three talk about this, and then extending on to what we're talking about tonight. So that was the question I was going to ask as a follow-up. Do we want to decide who's going to do what station now?
No, I don't think we need to right now.
Even if people, like I'm new, a lot of you guys are new, I think. Maybe we just contribute ideas and then you guys decide because you've been in it longer and you know more about, unless people volunteer, like I'm more comfortable talking about this than put me here. But for me, I don't know, put me wherever and I'll learn it before I get there. Well, that's what I was kind of wondering just off the bat, if there's anybody who has specific preference or feels more comfortable talking about like one product or technology over another.
I think
I was
just gonna say for people that are new, I would recommend them talking about the water because we have a full outline. Sophia, did you add everyone in this chat to the drive?
Except Janine, I need her email.
Okay, So maybe send Sophia your email. I guess she didn't get it. And then basically there's a full description on how the water system works, everything about selling the water system. And so that's very easy to get. We can really easily get you like, sorry, it's easy to understand. And I think even we can have one call just really zoning in. I think this could be one of our last calls too. Doesn't have to be one of the first ones, but really zoning in on why what about the products, how we speak about them, what you want to tell somebody, why they work, things like that. We can't go fully into why they work because that leads too much into the science side, which we're not allowed to speak about, but we can suggest it, and there's ways to do that, that you're not crossing boundaries. So I think that could be one of our last calls, so everyone feels confident speaking.
I have a question, like an alternative suggestion, maybe. Do we like, is it a for sure thing that we want people at these stations, or can like the team, quote unquote, us be kind of have like Sovereign Life, maybe like name tags or like some sort of identification, and we kind of just be mingling with people so that when people are at the station and we're all kind of just hovering from station to station, they know who to ask about it. Because if one or two people are just stagnant at that station, I feel like, is that a bit limiting, you know, in like terms of who we can mingle with or what we're.
It's only an hour.
Yeah.
So I think, again, maybe keep in mind what you're saying, and that's something to look into. But I think right now we don't fully need to tune into that because we don't exactly know everything that we want yet. So until we
when there's more than one person at a station too, like you have some freedom.
Yeah, to move around and do all of that.
Like if you see your friend, like go say hi to them. Obviously, welcome them and everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
We need to be the people at the station. Like we are the authorities there. We are the hosts. So I think we need to.
Yeah.
We need to be the ones there. Like we can't trust anyone else to do that work for us.
You know? I just have an idea of like, again, I feel like this is something maybe we will brainstorm more because I don't fully have it in mind yet, but some sort of kind of ticket system. Because then like to give to the people coming, I feel like it incentivizes them to go to every station when they have a ticket to like redeem something or learn something or something, maybe not even a ticket, but something to do with, maybe we even give them like a paper and a pen, and they can check mark the stations that they've went to go see. And, you know, it's like, maybe it's like a floor plan, and we can just create that really quickly on a PDF, and they can check mark when they've gone to that section. So they get an idea of everything.
It's like an itinerary, like when they walk in.
Yeah.
To them, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Maybe like take them on like my wellness journey.
Yeah.
Something, your wellness journey. And there's like a little map so they know like where to go.
Yeah.
And like to go in or something. It like takes you kind of like on a treasure hunt.
We could do it in order, actually. I kind of like that idea to have it in order.
What do you mean?
I liked to actually give them a play-by-play of what order to kind of go through.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it kind of it brings structure to it, and they'll want to do the whole thing, but also it allows us to kind of map out timing wise how long it's going to take everything.
Yeah, definitely. I like the structure of that. The only thing to consider with that then is that there will be a lineup in terms of going through stations. Like there's going to be a rhythm to people walking through. And that's something that, like what I was saying earlier, what your dad did with his event, like they would have people outside and bring them in certain parties. So I do want to have the structure there in terms of people knowing where to go. I just don't want to structure it too much to the point where we're like dictating the flow so that there's a lag or that there's like people held up, because ultimately I want them to be able to do whatever they want to do.
Maybe groups of people then, based on what they show up, how they show up, how long, right?
Well, that's what essentially your dad did. I don't know if that's what we want to be doing with this, because I feel like this might be a little bit more free flowing. But I like the idea of having an itinerary that guides people in terms of where to go.
Mhm.
Yeah, it might just even just be like a layout of what each section is and
Yes.
like what people can find there,
Yeah.
or what can they can expect to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. Just for timing wise, so can we just hone in on the decisions that need to be made for next week and the work that needs to be done this week leading up to it? So we mentioned venue already. And then
Right.
the one I was thinking obviously is who's going to be, well, next week we're going to be essentially dispersed into breakout rooms so that we can discuss ideas with respect to the 3 stations and what we actually want to integrate. So by the end of that, I feel like we'll have a decision in terms of who will be doing what based on those ideas. What else?
Yeah.
I think really brainstorm, like even on your own, sometimes it's you find more, like you create more ideas on your own, and then it helps to bring it to the group and they expand on that. So
I would say, like, what would you guys want to experience? Like, get into the mindset of if you were coming to this event as a guest, like what would be something that would be fun and enjoyable for you to take part in?
should we create a group chat of just the people creating the event?
Yeah, we should, I think.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I think everyone we have here is who is
Our event should
concerned.
also have like a hashtag.
That's
Like,
amazing.
Also, Sophia and Elena, I don't know if I should tell her to join or not still, but Tiana, she's in Vancouver, right? So she can't actually join the event.
Mhm.
But she did plan on joining our calls next week and I believe the following weeks, just so she, like I said, I would still love her opinion in brainstorming. And
Sure.
if she has anyone in Toronto that she wants to come to the event,
Yeah,
she
definitely.
could still use that as an opportunity. So I'll just, I guess, tell her to make sure to watch this video and the one before, so she's caught up.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep, sounds
Also,
good.
everyone, just to confirm, everyone has in their calendars that November 7th, we're getting together for content creation, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was actually just gonna say that because if we have to keep in mind that November 7th we're doing that, by next Monday we should probably have some sort of like idea of the type of content we want to create so that's not last minute, and like the name of the event, etc., all that stuff,
That's
like
true.
the assets associated with like the actual tangible event, you know.
Yeah.
November 7th. Julia, I can't make November 7th.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, well, I think what you could do in that aspect is you can even send us a video of yourself. We'll let you know what we need of you. But I think it would be really great to advertise everyone's face that's going to be a consultant there. And so maybe we'll let you know what we need from you, and you can send us a video so that we can incorporate you in whatever we do.
Yeah, Janine also
What
made.
time? On November 7th, what time?
We haven't discussed the time.
Okay.
If we could do like after 5, or like I could be there for like after 5, or I can try and maybe switch my work shift.
Well, we're gonna be taking content and it starts to get dark at like 6.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, so
it'll
I'll switch
probably
my
be
shift.
like a during the day thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
okay.
I have it scheduled in right now. It's like 12 to 4.
Okay, good to know. Okay, thanks.
No problem. Also,
Janine as well. Maybe then the same thing as sending a video.
we'll decide on that specifically on Monday so we know what we're creating on the day of content, so you guys also know what to share with us. And also name of the event. I think that was really important that Janine brought up.
Yeah.
And I have my daughter's a hockey game at 2:15 in Scarborough on the 7th. It just came up in the schedule a couple days ago.
Okay.
I can probably maybe make arrangements to get someone to take her, but I don't know. I don't even know what it means by, you guys have to explain to me what you're doing with content. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. Like
what if we moved it to 10 a.m.? And so even if you can make the first part, or what do you think?
Okay, well, we still have time to talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, and
talk
it's
about
true.
that
What do
next
we mean by content? Do we want a video promo? Do we want to just have a few photos for a flyer? Like,
I think that it should be some sort of video, like just a really short, like not commercial like, but just a video kind of showing our faces and like a brief kind of, I don't know, snippet of what it's going to be like with the name of the event, which we would have established by then. Like, come join us on this day at this place. whatever.
Okay, so that needs to be in the agenda for Monday, the 1st, because that's huge too, planning for just that.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not tech savvy, but Sam's got it, I think. Put the outline, put the rough draft together, Sam.
yeah.
Okay, I'll take care of the rough draft for that.
Sam is our marketing manager.
Yeah. for sure.
Okay.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Fill me in with anything else. I know there's some things we've talked about in between, but we'll talk soon. Okay, have a great one. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Janine.
Bye.
Just quickly to iterate, guys, then I think based on what we just talked about, what needs to be decided next week beyond just like the venue, is like Sam said, the assets. So what we're actually going to have at the event, because then that's going to dictate what kind of content we create in terms of the video promo.
Yeah. Okay.
So those are
And
those
the name.
and the name. So those are the 4 main things that we need to talk about next week.
What we will have at the event. You mean like what's going to be going on?
Yeah, like what's going on essentially. So that includes like the 3 stations and what you're getting access to when you come.
Okay. Cool.
We'll take
I think
the first, what we'll do is we'll take maybe like the first 25 minutes of the call to go into
Guys, we could have, sorry, I'm just like getting hit with an idea. We could have my friend Dane come and lead like either like a breathwork session or like do like sound bowl. He's actually on our team, but like unofficially, because he's one of those people that signed up and then he just kind of like was like, yeah, I'm really busy with other things. And I was like, okay, why did you anyway? Regardless, he does like a whole bunch of like meditation, breathwork, sound bowl stuff. Like he's always doing events. So, and I'm sure that he would help us out with something like this if we asked him to. So
I like the sound bowl.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I just had an idea. Like, what if we had someone? This is gonna get insanely spiritual if we do this, but like,
no, just we need to have like something that makes people want to come.
Well, I was gonna say we could have a station where someone does like tarot readings. We can ask Kiara if she'll come.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't think that's on theme.
Well, that's why I'm saying like it was gonna get really spiritual, but just like some sort of offering. That's what
so I was gonna say, what do you guys think of a photo booth? Like just a photo, like we can just have like a white background, or we can maybe use my dad's green screen and somehow set it up so that it
that's cute.
like a wellness home or something. Like just something to do with being away, being in a wellness experience. People can take pictures. We can buy one of those little, like we can rent probably the easy ones. I know some people I can ask on how to rent one.
I have a question about, or a thought about the whole meditation thing / if we do breath work and stuff like that. I think that's a good idea, but is it going to be like noisy? Like how are they going to meditate if people are walking around and like mingling and talking, or would it be just like a separate thing, like 20 minutes of everyone meditating together?
No,
that's how it would be.
A separate thing. So the first hour is going to be dedicated to mingling, and then we're going to literally gather everyone and be like, okay, and now we're going to commence meditation.
Oh, okay, so it won't be like one of the stations, like meditation isn't one
No,
of the
no, definitely not.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of doing a sound bath, guys.
I do like it as well, but it is 10:10, so I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah.
But the only thing I'd say is just when we're thinking of the assets this week, when we're thinking of what we want to talk about next week, think about, like, I would say start writing the people that you're actually going to invite on a list, and think about what they would want to experience, knowing them. What is something that that would really draw them in, and brainstorm with that in mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right, sweet guys. Thanks so much for showing up. Love you. I'm so out of it today. I totally like don't even feel like myself, but I'm glad that, you know, we all are here together and contributing our valuable brain energy to this.
Yes.
Yeah, this is exciting, guys.
Yeah, it's nice
We're
to do
already in the
something
works,
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for joining tonight. I really appreciate seeing all your faces, feeling all your energy through the screen. Yeah, I think it was a great conversation, and I'm excited to see how this continues to progress. It's gonna be great, guys. It is already done.
And before we go, I want to recognize Sam. Sam Macri, congratulations for going executive this week. We're so proud of you. Sam killed it, guys. Just so you like get a little context, we had an event at her house where she invited like her friends and family, and we all kind of just sat around a table and we did a little presentation. We brought the waterfall, we brought the sleep pack, we brought the energy products, and everyone was super intrigued. And you know, Sam was like on the ball, like closing the sales at the end of the presentation. I was like, "You're a boss, like get it." Anyway, Sam, do you want to just share a little bit from your perspective of how that was?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I would honestly say like it was definitely a good learning experience, and I think it was nice too that I kind of did it with just my like family and like close family friends. But I did like Sophia's so right that you know, not as many people show up, and I really invited like my closest family and friends, and like literally half showed up. So it doesn't matter, like it's crazy how people's like priorities change kind of thing, but it still worked out because yeah, we made sales, and it was nice to just like practice speaking about the products in like a more like executive type kind of way. Like it just felt like really nice to talk about it in that way and like have all the products there to show it. So I would even say like having your products really does make a difference, and like investing in your own business is like so important. And yeah, it was really, really fun. And hopefully I can do a few more soon that, and like even just hopefully have my own, all the Niken products so I can do it all the time. But it was definitely a really good experience.
Honestly, I know we're over time, but at some point I'd even like to hear from you, as I'm sure many of us would like to know how you actually went about in that moment closing sales with people that are close friends and family, because I know that's a really big hurdle that a lot of us find ourselves challenged with, because we get very uncomfortable in that kind of situation. So I'd love to.
First thing though is to note the context that they were in. They were in a space where they knew they were coming to learn about products. So your wallet is ready, you know. So that's number one. But secondly,
actually continue then.
Yeah, Sam, go ahead and actually say like.
Yeah. So Sab, I feel like you were gonna say like, how did I invite people? I really was just like had told my mom about it firstly, and like really wanted her friends to come and learn about the products, because I felt like that age group really needs to see everything. And so she would invite them and just told them that, you know, I was doing this, I'm a part of this business, and have all these products that they should come see, and you know, get a feel for them, and if they like anything they can definitely buy, but there's no obligation to. And then from there, and then I even had like my Zia, who I had spoken to about the waterfall before and was like interested in it. So I said, come to try it, like give it a feel. And if you like it, then you can buy it that day and I'll help you out. And then that was basically what happened. So I helped her buy so after the stuff she tried, she's like, okay, can we just order it right now? And even like, literally everyone who had tried the products was just like, okay, so can I just order it right now? Like they were like ready to go. So it wasn't even me like, being like, hi, do you want to buy anything?
Right. They speak for themselves.
Like, did you do it with them on their phone?
Yeah. Okay. So I messed up too, because I realized that I had like people already had accounts created, and I like was just putting it through like normal without including their customer ID and stuff like that. And that kind of messed up the like the orders and stuff. So looking back, like that's something that I really wish I knew or like had noted. So if you have, or like, let's say your mom wants to buy more stuff, like you have to sign in with their customer, which I had no idea about. But yeah, we just signed through, like, I even just used my own phone and was just like helping people put in their card info and stuff.
That's awesome. That's honestly so
Yeah.
great to hear, just because, you know, this is something that we can even think about as a group moving forward. If these in-person events like are things that we want to be doing regularly, like that's proof of concept right there in terms of how effective they are, and just kind of how to go about doing them, with even starting with friends and family, right? So
Mhm.
more comfortable, you know, doing business in that nature as well. So yeah, that's awesome.
And just from there, and just from that point, like we kind of got a feel for people who like my brother and his friend like have knowledge about what negative ions do, and like have a little bit more background and research done on those things. So like we were like, okay, they might be good candidates for being a part of the business, and like that conversation can come up more naturally because they're so close to me. So it's like even identifying like who you think would like stand out in the crowd, that would be a good business partner as well.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
All right, guys.
Super fun.
Thanks so much. I had to mention that because it was just a huge win, and I'm really proud of you, Sam. And yeah.
Awesome.
Just added you guys to a group chat. So let me know if I need to add anyone else.
I will. I texted Mia to see if she's gonna be participating, but this looks pretty good so far. So yeah, all right, guys. We'll have a beautiful week. I hope it's productive. I hope you just push the last week of the month and get yourself set up for a successful month next week.
Reminder,
yes.
Incentives are still on the table for October. Okay, 3,000 points. What was the?
What?
$100.
$100.
$500 bonus for 3,000 points.
3,000 points. Okay.
I'm less than 300 points away from it, and it's gonna get done.
What is that from?
This month, your dad is still holding. He has on the table the same incentive from the previous month for 3,000. 3,000.
You gotta check the chat, girl.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like 2 weeks ago?
3,000 PV, $500 bonus. Okay, that's money on the table, everyone. There's a week. Might I remind you again? I was able to sell 3 waterfalls in 2 days, so I need to hold myself to that same standard and accountability as well. But we have a week. I know some of us have set some serious goals even for the month. If we aren't anywhere near those goals, let's figure out where we need to course correct, what needs to be done, daily method of operation, and what we can do from now until November 1st to get shit done.
Straight up. All right, guys, have a beautiful night. Happy brainstorming, and we'll keep in touch throughout the week in our chat.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.